Hey YouTube, it's your boy Sophisticated Chaos, back again with the Boruto review this time. That's right, I've been promising you guys this Boruto review since the Enter Sophisticated Chaos video, and I'm going to deliver, as stated. This review right here will be covering episode 173, and it just dropped yesterday. It was an exciting, action-packed episode in my opinion, and I feel like the very next episode after this one's going to be even more action-packed. We're going to love every bit of this story. Let's go ahead and dive right on into it. The story of this episode starts off with Boruto and Sarada on the way to the village to try to help Konohamaru and Mujino out. Is it Mujino or Mugino? I wouldn't know. I can't say because it's how they're saying it within the Japanese voice acting. Either way, I like him as a character. So, after the opening scene, we have ourselves Konohamaru and Mujino, and they're getting ready to face off against Victor and his assistant, but they're already on the stairwell looking down at these guys. They're getting ready to make their grand escape so they can make things happen. And the great divine tree that we're seeing from the 4th Great Ninja War is already erect. It's tall, getting ready to bud. It's chocolate fruit, and it's taking in everybody that's inside of the building. It's taking all of their bodies and doing the exact same way how it was back in the 4th Great Ninja War, wrapping them up mummy style, you know, absorbing their chakra, becoming stronger and growing bigger. And Konohamaru, he, for some reason, and I feel like this is because he didn't fight in the 4th Great Ninja War, he didn't know how this thing operated, he didn't know how to combat it, or, you know, basically what it was to begin with. And Mujino, he's a little bit more knowledgeable on the battlefield, in my opinion, than Konohamaru is, because ever since he's been in the series so far, he's been saving Konohamaru from a lot of sticky situations. And I really respect this guy's character because one thing he won't do is let a teammate die or a teammate slip and fall. He's got your back. And I like this dude. He's clutch. So, well, an event happens where one of the guys who's under Victor's control decides he wants to come attack Konohamaru when he's least paying attention because he's trying to fend off of the Great Divine Tree. And Mujino hops in and takes that hit. He gets stabbed right in the right shoulder. Critical injury, but he did it for his best friend. And I understand completely what his reason was because the idea is not to fail the mission. So he's willing to put his life on the line. He's a real ninja in my opinion. And I really respect this guy. He's really underrated. I know a lot of people give him a lot of shit. I don't know why, but Mujino is really that deal. So afterwards, after the guy, you know, he takes the guy out. Mujino, the feudal lord, he sees him. He's like, all right, guys, we got to go make this move. We got to protect this guy at all costs because we cannot let this leak out to the Hidden Leaf Village that, you know, we failed or we let this guy get caused any type of harm or anything. They had to have that intel because the feudal lord is the key witness to the situation that's happening right now to say that Victor is the enemy and his research and everything needs to be canceled immediately. Well, after Victor and his assistant gets away, he tells his assistant to go off somewhere, you know, and Konohamaru, he gets ready to give chase. Mujino tells Konohamaru, look, man, just don't die. That's all he asked and requested of Konohamaru, and Konohamaru goes off in action, and I hope he doesn't die for real because we all know what Konohamaru is capable of at this point. He's capable of failure. I'm just going to be honest about it. I like Konohamaru as a character, but when it comes down to him and his combat skills and everything, I just haven't seen enough from him to make it seem like he's that clutch of a character, you know, to make some moves happen to where I feel like he's going to survive in any situation no matter what. Even though he knows the Rasengan and his sensei, master, however you want to call it, is Naruto, the 7th Hokage. So, whenever Konohamaru catches up to Victor, he ends up in a room where there's a lot of Victor's patients, or, you know, experiments, however you want to call them. And basically, they're used as fodder for the chakra tree. And Victor basically announces this over the intercom, lets them all know that, hey, this is the reason why you all here. It's time for you to fulfill your, you know, your mission, your duty. And you see a lot of these guys getting taken up by the chakra tree, getting mummified, and who knows, they might become white Zetsus before it's all said and done. I would like to see that, honestly, you know. We did get to see white Zetsu before back at the, I guess it was Kaguya's temple, but, you know, that was a lot of episodes back. I did like that. So basically, Konohamaru's getting ready to fight Victor. And guess who shows up, everybody? Boruto and Sarada, here to save the day. And basically, Boruto and Sarada are fending off the chakra tree. In my opinion, these two are Genin. I know that they say that Boruto might have Jonin level capabilities or however you want to put it. But they're fending off the chakra tree and everything, something that Konohamaru and Gino couldn't do themselves. And I just didn't understand that too much. You know, I'm a little critic about that a little bit because scaling on power levels, everybody. Scaling on power levels. This is a battle these kids should not be in right now. You know, especially against Victor and Deepa. I just don't see it. I'd rather see Jonin level characters going up against these guys. And basically, they fend off the chakra tree to a point, and it's just like magically, the chakra tree just stops absorbing people and absorbing chakra. Because did it just forget that Konohamaru, Victor, Boruto, and Sarada and others are right there? I mean, right there. All those levels of chakra that you can just steal, and spoiler alert, but one of those people have an Otsutsuki or Otsutsuki, however you want to say it, inside of his body with the karma seal on his hand, and it's a lot of chakra hidden inside that young man. Not gonna say who, even though we all know who it is, but basically, continuing on the story. So we pan over to Victor talking. He's giving his dialogue and everything about what's going on, how beautiful the chakra tree is, all of that. And Konohamaru, Boruto, and Sarada, they're like, nah, we're not going to let this go down. We're going to stop you before all this can happen. And they try to go. Actually, they didn't do anything. Victor just said, forget that. Y'all don't want to listen to me? So he ends up using his wind style, blows them all away, and then afterwards uses his earth style, and Konohamaru magically dodges the earth style, but leaves Boruto and Sarada sitting there standing on the floor for the earth to crumble in and let these two fall in. I don't know if Konohamaru intentionally did that because he didn't want them to be involved in the fight, but come on, Konohamaru, man. Those are your cellmates, man. Come on. You just gonna let these guys just fall down and they could have died or anything like that? You ain't do anything, any kind of alert that, hey guys, this attack is coming? Konohamaru, I just talked about this earlier. The man has no clutch factor. For some reason, he just doesn't. So, Konohamaru is getting ready to fight Victor on his own. They off-screen whatever's happening next. Boruto and Sarada fall down to the floor to the level previously that they were just on. And as they're doing it, Sarada saves Boruto. She had enough ninja intellect to throw a kunai with the wire and reach down to Boruto and grab his hand, and Boruto just didn't do anything at this point. Boruto, he didn't try to throw a kunai with the wire to save himself, didn't try to do a shadow clone or anything like that. The boy just basically was getting ready to fall to his death until Sarada made her move. Okay, so now they land on that floor, and then it switches over to Victor's assistant, and what her and Mujino, what they're doing at that time. And Mujino, he's basically trying to make his escape with the feudal lord so he can get to the Hidden Leaf Village. She's not allowing it. She's blocking his path. So Mujino's like, all right, if I gotta fight, I gotta fight. She lets him know that he's got a mortal wound. This is gonna be an easy battle for her. She's getting ready to take this guy out. She's not getting ready to let him leave this village one way or another. She's gonna stay down for her man, Victor. So something incredible happens here. I loved this. This is what I'm talking about when I need to see the power scaling. Orochimaru, legendary Sannin, and a masked man. Don't want to say it's Kabuto, but I believe it's Kabuto because that's the one man who's always going to be by his side. They appear right in front of Mujino and Victor's assistant. She's like, who are you? Orochimaru gives no answer. He's hooded at this point. And my man hits a Thanos. Whisk her away. She gets to fading away like she's just nothingness. With some type of wind style jutsu that was just, I loved it. I loved it. She didn't even get a chance to say anything else, do anything else. She reached in for an attack. She's just gone. Just doesn't even exist anymore. He wiped her from existence. No blood, no trace of anything. Man, Orochimaru, the FBI was looking for you. They would not have a chance. He takes his hood off. Mujino, surprised and shocked that Orochimaru has showed up. Orochimaru sees the divine tree. He says this is something interesting getting ready to happen. And I already know the man is the master of experiments. He likes what he sees. This is something he probably always wanted to do himself. So we never know what he's getting ready to plan in the future after watching what happened with Victor's experiments. Love this scientist, man. And I love the whole idea of technology and how everything's working in the Boruto era. Then we get the pan back over to Boruto and Sarada. And Well, I missed the point here. I apologize for that. Deepa. Deepa was just sleeping, y'all. Just enjoying a cat nap. And his cat nap gets interrupted by the divine tree. He basically says, okay, Victor, you getting ready to do all this without me? Like, come on, man. We thought we was in this together. You just gonna start the whole plan without me? He was enjoying his cat nap. His cat nap got ruined, so he went to find out what's going on. We see him walking into the building. He meets Boruto and Sarada right in front of him. I still don't feel like these two should be fighting this man. I don't know. I like to see the character development they had over the time, where Boruto's learning how to use his new Rasengan, Sarada's learning how to master her Sharingan under Sasuke and Sakura. I still don't feel like they're ready for this battle. Deepa is basically letting them know this as well. You guys are here. I remember you guys. I did not beat you before. What's going on here? But you know, if you're back, you will make a great dinner for me because I'm hungry right now. Basically, Deepa is hungry. I did not know this man was cannibalistic, but now I know he's cannibalistic. He wants to eat human flesh, everybody. And he basically tells Boruto and Sarada this, and this pisses Boruto off. Boruto doesn't like this one bit. All those people that you massacred, all those people who you affected with all this stuff with the divine tree, all of this, you basically did this because you were hungry? Well, hey, if Deepa was hungry, he was hungry. Who knows what this man does on the side gigs. But that basically was the episode, everybody. Next week's episode is going to be action-packed. Episode 173 in a whole. Would I give it rating-wise? I'd give it about 8 out of 10. Just basically off the content that was in it. There was still some stuff that could have been worked on a little bit more with power scaling-wise and characters and what they're doing. But, you know, we're getting there. We're getting to the part of the car art that we want to see. And it's taking a little bit of extra time, but it's okay. So I hope you guys like this video. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Hit that bell for notifications. Next time, we will get to see some battles, y'all. We get to talk about it. We will get to see it all and talk about it. Wear a mask. Stay safe. Enjoy your holidays.